Let's move on to This Week in History. Trivia style, brother. We have 7 questions based on the previous week in history. They are all set to medium difficulty, and they all have multiple choice options. Here we go. In 1997, which chess grandmaster lost a famous match to IBM's supercomputer, Deep Blue? A chess grandmaster lost a famous match to IBM's supercomputer, Deep Blue, in 1997. Here are your options. Was it Bobby Fischer, Garry Kasparov, Magnus Carlsen, or Anatoly Karpov? Robert pops in. Roger pops in with the best answer, the Russian guy. Robert pops in with Bobby Fischer. James got lost along the way, so I don't think he's going to show up today because he was watching the other, and then I had to restart, and he's gone. That means the entire Taney clan, I really enjoy from week to week, not beeth here. Roger is going to go with Fischer, not the Russian guy, as he originally stated. Anybody else out there want to get their answers in? I'm going to give you the time now to do it. Mama, she goes with Fischer as well. I swim upstream. I believe it was Garry Kasparov. I do. Because Bobby Fischer, he's a has-been. Grand chess master, whatever. Kasparov, I'm pretty sure it was Kasparov, but we'll find out together. Question number 2. Which U.S. state became the 49th state in 1959? Which U.S. state became the 49th state in 1959? Was it Alaska, Hawaii, Arizona, or New Mexico? Robert pops in with an early answer. He thinks it's Alaska. Which was first, the chicken or the egg? Was it Alaska, or was we know it's down between the two. It's either Alaska or Hawaii. It's not Arizona. It's not New Mexico. Roger pops in also with Alaska. The question is, was it Alaska or was it Hawaii that became the 49th state in 1959? I'm waiting for another answer. Typey, clicky, clicky. Come on now. I don't want to give my answer until you give yours. I'm waiting on yours. Because I keep on waiting on the world to change. She's not there. There he goes. She is saying Alaska as well. You know what? I think you're all right. I'm going to agree. I believe it is Alaska. In 1929, the first Academy Award ceremony was held in what city? I keep looking at that camera, so I'm so used to that camera. Sorry. In 1929, the first Academy Award ceremony was held in what city? Was it the second city? Was it the first city? Was it the third city? Or was it the gay city? Was it Chicago, New York City, Los Angeles, or San Francisco? Robert, continuing the trend of being the first one to answer, says Los Angeles. I am waiting everyone else's response before I give my answer, but the second city being Chicago, the first city being New York, the third city being Los Angeles, and the gay city, as we all know, San Francisco. Roger, he's going with East Coast, West Coast vibes here. He's saying it's New York City. And there's only one other contestant out there playing today who is the slowest of the slow when it comes time to get your answer. There she goes. She says San Francisco. Interesting. I believe in 1929, the first Academy Award ceremony was held in the same place that it's been held ever since. Hollywood, California, more specifically, Los Angeles. We'll find out together. Again, I don't know the answers. We find out the answers together at the end when I type in answers, please, and it gives me the answers. Question number 4. Which famous female aviator? Nothing else matters. I don't need to read any more portion of what this question is, because there's only one famous female aviator. Only one. Nothing else in this question matters. So if you know who the one famous female aviator is, you can answer this question without me finishing the rest of the question. But the question is, Earhart. Yeah, you guys got this. What famous female aviator disappeared over the Pacific Ocean in 1937? Your options, it doesn't matter. You all said Earhart. Yes, absolutely correct, Amelia Earhart. It doesn't even matter. Harriet Quimby. That's funny. Question number 5. What theme park officially opened in California in 1955? 1955. What theme park officially opened in California? Your options are Universal Studios Hollywood, Disneyland, Six Flags Magic Mountain, or Knott's Berry Farm. I think Legoland would have been a good option to throw in there too. There's Knott's Berry Farm, Legoland, Six Flags, Disneyland, Universal Studios. They got a lot. Robert, Roger, and Ma, they all say Disneyland. And I agree with them. It is Disneyland. How do you remember which one is which? You got Disneyland and Disney World. How do you remember which one is which? I remember because Walt Disney started the Disney World in the swamp in Florida. And then later he bought land. That's how I keep it in my brain. Oh, here's a fun one. What famous criminal couple were killed by police in Louisiana in 1934? What famous criminal couple? Do you know a lot of famous criminal couples? Probably not. And if you could think of a criminal couple, this is probably the very first one that comes to mind. As Robert just answered, as Roger just answered, here are your multiple choice options. Was it Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow, Jesse and Frank James, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, or Machine Gun Kelly and Pretty Boy Floyd? Funny. These are your options, but what famous criminal couple was killed by police in Louisiana in 1934? Still wait. There's you go. Okay. We all agree. It was Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I disagree. Hell hath no fury like a woman that you can manipulate into committing murder, whether it be Helter Skelter or Bonnie Parker. The last question for this week's supplemental. In 1980, which volcanic eruption devastated part of Washington State? My friend Carl is a survivor of this particular eruption. As I think of all of you, when it comes to a volcanic eruption in the United States of America, I think all of you have only been alive for one of them. And this is the one. It occurred in 1980. It was a volcanic eruption that devastated part of Washington State. And Robert needs the name. You know what? Because you weren't born yet. But that doesn't matter. You have the History Channel. You should know this. I was going to say something funny, but he threw me off there. I'm going to give you your options, and we'll see if we can get you narrowed down there. Yes, I know you weren't born yet. I said that. Your options are, and if you've made a guess prior to me giving you your options, you can change your answer. Mount Rainier, Mount Hood, Mount St. Helens, or Mount Shasta. These are your options. And again, it's one of the very rare instances, or one of the earliest instances of cameras being pointed at a volcano when it erupted. And the craziest part about this particular eruption is you would think a volcano goes, nope. This one went, just the whole side of the mountain just collapsed. And then it went up. It was phenomenal. Robert is going to say Mount St. Helens. Roger says Mount St. Helens. And I'm just going to guess that what you meant to say was Mount St. Helens, even though it is Mount Helena. Or maybe that's the French way of saying Mount St. Helens. I don't know. But I concur. I believe it was also Mount St. Helens. All right. And that's what we do. We do comedy, we do community, we do charity, we do trivia, and we do your national days of the week. That's what we do on Sunday mornings on this little thing we call the supplemental. Yeah. Here are the correct answers to this week's This Week in History. Trivia style. There she goes. She got the Mount St. Helens in. Question number 1. All of you that said Bobby Fischer, wrong. So wrong. It was, as I guessed, Gary Kasparov. Question number 2. We all guessed correctly. Alaska. Question number 3. If you guessed anything other than Los Angeles, you were wrong. Question number 4, we all guessed correctly with Amelia Earhart. Question number 5 was, in fact, Disneyland. Question number 6, Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow. And question number 7, Mount St. Helens. I love doing this. I love to get together every Sunday morning and just and goof off a little bit. It's a fun time. It's a great way to start your Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Bruce sends her love. New episode of the Lunds B Show to be taped shortly. Love you. Now say bye. Bye.